Alright, welcome guys. You read the headline. Apparently there's a new trilogy of Star Wars movies that have been confirmed and done and not done. But the deal's wrapped up. Yeah. Press X to doubt on that one. Massively, in fact. I don't believe this for 1 second. Lucasfilm and Disney typically will announce or leak things to the press that they are making films. Now, they do this, typically speaking, just before they've got an earnings report on the way. Guess what's happening next week? Regular, like clockwork, they've got an earnings report next week. This is always what happens. It is genuinely regular like clockwork. Every single time they've got an earnings report coming up, they will both lower and discount heavily Disney Plus, but they'll also announce projects. This is like the 4th trilogy of movies that they've leaked to the press. That had not happened, by the way. You know, Rian Johnson, that's not happening. David Benioff and DB Weiss, that's not happening. Loads of Star Wars stuff, just not happening. But they always leak it to the press. So, yeah, I don't believe this for 1 second. But let's take a look. I'll leave this article down below as a reference point. But it wasn't this article that broke it, was Deadline. And it's an exclusive to Deadline. So we'll dive into this. I've got to say, though, guys, please do support me on Patreon. YouTube loves to, demonetize channels such as mine. And make no mistake, now you've got Trump coming into power. YouTube censorship, I think, will actually get worse. So if you like what I do here, support me further for as little as $2 a month via Patreon. It's linked in the description box. Please do check it out. Anyway, my shilling out the way. And the other reason why I think this is such nonsense as well is the person they've got on board to do it. Simon Kinberg. Yeah, like absolute nobody that's done nothing of note or anything that was very well received. This guy's a clown when it comes to movies. His directorial debut with film directing was X-Men: The Dark Phoenix. Oh, you couldn't get anyone worse. Well, you could get people worse, but that's pretty bottom of the barrel. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So Deadline's Mike Fleming Jr. shares that the trilogy will promise episodes 10 to 12 of the Skywalker saga that began with George Lucas's 1977 first film. So they're going to continue it? The Skywalker saga? How are they going to do that? There's no Skywalkers left, mate. However, he also notes that Insider disputed his intel that Kinberg will continue that storyline, saying this instead will begin a new era, new saga, and sit alongside percolating Star Wars projects like James Mangold, Sharmina Obaid-Chinoy, Taika Waititi, and Donald Glover. Now, I thought that was an interesting one as well, because they're hedging their bets. I don't doubt that this has been leaked to them. And I don't doubt that what was leaked to them was both these pieces of information direct by Lucasfilm. Because they're hedging their bets so they don't get pinned down as what is and what isn't made. Ultimately, I don't think any of this will get made. This is just nonsense. So whilst Fleming notes that Sharmina Obaid-Chinoy and Taika Waititi's movies are percolating, it's likely these films are dead. Yep. Back in August, Matt McGloin at Cosmic Book News reported that Taika Waititi's film was not happening. He said, conversations I've had with insiders at the recent Comic-Con have informed me that Taika Waititi's definitely not doing his Star Wars movie at Lucasfilm. I was also told by insiders that Leslie Headland is done at Lucasfilm. That was confirmed. So why is Waititi out? McGloin said his insider information was due to Thor: Love and Thunder, and specifically that Waititi did not actually finish the movie. McGloin detailed that his insider informed him that the film, quote, was a complete disaster and that Marvel gave him the boot from the movie. I was also told WCT didn't finish the reshoots and the final cut of the movie. And then continued further. It says, my insiders have said as a result that Waititi's out at Lucasfilm and not doing his Star Wars movie. I can believe that. I can believe that. A lot. And this Sharmina Bay Chinoy movie is just a joke. There's no writer. They've had so many writers. There are no writers on working on it at the moment. Recently we had confirmed Stephen Knight is done. He's off the project. He's gone. It's not happening. Lucasfilm's now hunting for a writer for the Daisy Ridley Rey film. So I don't really know where they're thinking that any of this is going to happen, basically. Like nothing. What's going on here with these movies? And now Daisy Ridley signed on to a new film. Right? So she's working on a film from Casino Royale, GoldenEye director Martin Campbell. So she's not going to have time. She's now broadening out her... Well, she's filling up her calendar elsewhere. How is she going to work on a film now? Oh, because there's not one happening, is there? That's why. What a shit show. Lucasfilm is... And Kathleen Kennedy, they are single-handedly the worst studio and studio head combination you could ever possibly have. So every single film that's come out from Lucasfilm and Disney, you know, Star Wars products, but Lucasfilm products, has had declining and diminishing viewership or money. So... Okay, it's not a fluke at that point. You're just terrible at managing these IPs. You know, Willow's dead, gone. That's never coming back. Indiana Jones, you killed that with the last one. Now you're trying to make it into a TV show. That's probably going to die as well. And Star Wars has had massively diminishing returns financially and or, because now you put it on the small screen, viewership numbers. So it's just a disaster. And now you're going to try and make a film with Simon Kinberg. Piss off. Simon Kinberg's terrible. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he has not done anything which would make anyone remotely excited for this. Which actually implies he's the perfect candidate for them, because it means that they can just push him around and he'll do exactly what they want, which is real bad. Real bad. But let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear it. So drop it down below. Hit subscribe like I said at the start. Support me on Patreon like I asked at the start if you would like. Take care. Bye-bye now.